Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in nature, baby. Ralph Smart's in the house. That's right. The cat down the road's in the house, definitely. That bird over there's in the house, oh yes. But are you still not sure what you're supposed to be doing with your life? I get thousands of messages from people who are lost along their journey and can't find their purpose. If you've got a message, please don't email me. I get thousands there. Instagram at Infinite Waters is the only place I check questions. So someone asked me, Ralph, my purpose, I still don't know it. How will I ever know if I will truly get to where I'm meant to be? Great question. So, how to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be? Let's just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Now, deep divers, I know what it's like. Sometimes you feel lost, you feel confused, anxiety, panic. Will I ever get to where I'm meant to be, Ralph? I don't know my purpose. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. I've seen it firsthand. I always say, follow the results. I'm proof that it's possible. I'm proof that you can live a life of infinite abundance every single day. It wasn't too long ago, I also was lost. It wasn't too long ago, I also had doubts in my mind. Will I ever make it? Will I ever get there? Will I ever be doing what I'm meant to be doing? Finally, I found the secret. And ever since, I've been inspiring millions of people to become their greatest version. How to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. Your soul becomes dyed with the color of your thoughts. Slow motion this side. Your soul becomes dyed with the color of your thoughts. So, along my early journey, I wasn't really mindful about the kinds of thoughts I was having. Are they really helping me become my greatest version and go to the next level? I didn't care. I was just thinking anything, believing lies my mind was telling me. Now I realize that our soul becomes dyed with the color of our thoughts. So think thoughts that serve you. Let's start there. That's how to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. Start thinking thoughts that serve you, that assist you to go to the next level. What's helped me along my journey is to realize this. Obstacles will continue to arise. Nobody said it would be easy. Yes, it's going to get difficult before it gets easy. However, the more you practice, the more you hang in there, it will become easier. But everybody is going to get knocked down. Everybody is going to take losses. I've taken a lot of losses, but I realized when you get knocked down, get down. You don't sit down. That's how to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. The universe knocks you down. Life knocks you down. People knock you down, but you get back up. You're like, no, it's not happening to me. It's not happening to me today with this fly suit on, with this beautiful dress on. No, not today. That's how to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. Obstacles are now challenges, which you can learn from, grow from, and become better from. You're not scared of obstacles. You're not scared of being knocked down because every successful person started from somewhere. Slow motion this side. It wasn't too long ago, I only had a few subscribers, right? But now I'm inspiring millions of people every single day, and life is extremely abundant. How did I recognize I would eventually end up where I'm meant to be? Because I learned this, that even a wrong turn can lead you to the right place. Even a wrong turn can lead you to the right place. You see, what helped me to become my greatest version was to realize that don't be afraid of making wrong turns, because they will lead you sometimes to the right place. Through experimentation, trial and error, I'm finally where I'm meant to be. I'm finally where I'm meant to be. I am finally where I am meant to be because I wasn't afraid of taking risks not so long ago. I said, I might as well start working on my dream, working on my vision. You see, time and time again, I meet people who become distracted along their journey. You won't eventually end up where you're meant to be because you are too easily distracted. Now, I'm thankful for my mentors. I'm thankful for my mom because once again, they kept me focused. That's why I have over 1 million YouTube subscribers. I could have got distracted, but it doesn't bring results. You see, many times we surround ourselves with entertainment, which is fantastic, but ask yourself, is it bringing you in that bag? Is it bringing you in the results? It's changed my life when I'm focusing on information that's helping me become my greatest version. It didn't change my life when I was just being distracted. So to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be, don't be afraid of really going for it. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of accidents. You can learn from them. You can grow from them. You can have a story to tell about them to the cat down the road. What's helped me along my journey is to honor your values. You see, I got a very large platform here on YouTube and on my website, influencing a lot of people. Now, I could influence people in a negative way, but I don't do that. I stick to elevating people in the most positive, balanced way. It's a choice I've made because I'm respecting my value system. That's how to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. If you are living and honoring your own values. Because many times we sell ourselves short. Many times we betray ourselves. We betray our value system. We do anything for attention. You won't end up where you're truly meant to be, because where you are truly meant to be is the most evolved place. Because we are all here to evolve. Where you are truly meant to be should be in a space which has your best interests at hand. And that can only come about when you are staying true to your values. What do you stand for? Right? If you don't stand for anything, you will fall for everything. So I started to realize I got to honor my values. One value I have is inspiring millions of people. Once I kept that value system alive, that's what I'm here to do. I ended up in the right place. Things started to fall into place for me. But many of us today, we're not honoring our true value system. We're at jobs that don't serve us, we don't like, we complain to the boss. We're around friends we don't even like. You are not honoring your value system. That's why you won't eventually end up where you are truly meant to be. However, we can turn it around and eventually end up where we're meant to be if you are someone who is starting for the first time to say, actually, I stand for this. 7-Day Vegan Challenge. I've been a vegan for over 13 years. I stand for promoting the wellness of all life forms. Right? That's how you know great things are coming. How to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. You got a new perspective, a new way of thinking and seeing the world around you. That's how you know you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. So, when I was the drone, going around, just trying to fit into society, I wasn't where I truly knew I was meant to be. But I couldn't change it. Somehow I was stuck. Oh my gosh. Until I realized that every thought matters, literally. Our thoughts are creating our reality. And once I realized that my whole mindset was shifting, it was changing, I started to allow new possibilities into my life. That's how I knew I was eventually ending up where I was meant to be. Because I had a new mind. I had a new brain, neuroplasticity. Our brain changes based on our experiences. I was giving myself new experiences every single day. I was traveling to new countries, learning new languages, immersing myself in different unique cultures. That's how I knew eventually I would end up where I'm meant to be. If you are satisfied, sometimes comfort can become a great trap. Our comfort zone can become our biggest prison. What? Slow motion this side. So I knew I was eventually ending up where I was meant to be when I was venturing, moving out of my comfort zone and embracing the unknown, because change is the only constant in the universe. 7-Day Vegan Challenge, how to recognize you'll eventually end up where you're meant to be. You are eating better every single day. You may not be there yet, but you're taking one step, even if it's just incorporating a pear on your plate, some leafy greens on your plate, incorporating more fruits and veg with live enzymes into your diet. You are eventually ending up where you are meant to be. Because once again, all our cells are here to work for us. We won't end up where we're meant to be if we get stuck on junk food, processed foods. It will only delay us. In essence, it will only become a distraction. Your soul knows where it wants to go because it's here to help you become your greatest version. You got to help it by feeding and nourishing the soul with beautiful plant-based foods. So shout out to everybody on the 7-Day Vegan Challenge, millions of people doing it. How do you feel? You are eventually ending up where you are meant to be. Because if you're not eating right, you're not thinking right. What? Slow motion this side. Eat right to think right to feel right, baby. How to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. Now, I'm not someone just talking. Every single day, billions of minutes watched on my website. A YouTube Gold Award, which the cat down the road pissed on. Don't worry about it. I'm turning my visions into realities. I'm so fortunate that YouTube gave Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart, this beautiful platform to share and inspire millions of people. I'm reaping the benefits. My life has changed because of it. I eventually ended up where I'm meant to be because I'm following the results. I'm following what feels good. I'm living my purpose. The moment I followed my purpose, I became rich. Slow motion this side. And it's only going to grow more. You know you'll eventually end up where you're meant to be if you are not just dreaming about it, you are being about it, you are acting it out. You are stepping into radical action every single day. I want to start making videos, Ralph, and I want to start a website, Ralph. I want to start my own business, Ralph. I want to become a scientist, Ralph. I want to become an architect. That's a vision. But you know you'll eventually end up where you're meant to be when you start turning that vision into an actual reality, a tangible reality. I sat down for a long time on my bed saying, I'm going to inspire millions of people. I'm going to inspire millions of people. One day. Sounds good, but I'm not doing anything. So I'm not where I'm meant to be. I knew I was where I'm meant to be because I wasn't hanging on visions, dreams. I was making it happen through radical action. And that's how I know I'm where I'm meant to be. How to recognize you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. New friendships are emerging. Two kinds of people. Those that inspire you and those that drain you. Those that motivate you and those that drain you. Right? It's only ever that. Inspiring, distraction. Who are you surrounding yourself with today? Who are you listening to? You see, I realized I was eventually ending up where I was meant to be because I started to create new friendships. The people I was allowing into my space were there to help me go to the next level, not distract me to stay at the same level. Let me repeat that. The people I was inviting into my life were helping me go to the next level, not keeping me at the same level. I only surround myself with winners and achievers and people going to a higher level of consciousness, which is awareness. That's how I knew I was eventually ending up where I was meant to be. So if you have new friendships emerging, you can talk about someone, you can talk to someone, you have more depth in the conversation, more detail in the conversation, more vibrance in the conversation, okay? More playfulness in the conversation. You are eventually moving to where you're meant to be. Because once again, you are meant to be having the most expansive human experience there is, because we are multidimensional beings having a human experience. How to recognize you'll eventually end up where you're meant to be. Settling for less, settling for a mediocre life is not an option. Once again, when life knocks you down, roll over and look up at the stars. Woo! You're not settling for a mediocre life. I realize, okay, I'm eventually ending up where I'm meant to be because I didn't settle for less. I wouldn't settle for less. It's not going to happen because I know my true worth. If you have that mindset, you'll eventually end up where you're meant to be. Many times people settle for the scraps, the breadcrumbs, and then start complaining. You know you're eventually moving to where you're meant to be if you know your true value. If you know you are one of a kind, if you know you are unique, if you know you are irreplaceable. How to recognize you'll eventually end up where you're meant to be. You have this feeling of accomplishment. Say it again, Ralph. You have this feeling of accomplishment. Every single day I go home and I can see a massive YouTube Gold Award. Google sent me, right? Ralph, thank you for inspiring millions of people. Here's a 1 million subscriber award for you. I can look at that, show my children that, show the cat down the road that, and say, okay, this is what I've accomplished just by talking. Just by talking. The numbers don't lie. 3 billion minutes watched on my website. The numbers don't lie. I'm showing you how to get it. So, how to recognize you'll eventually end up where you're meant to be? If at the end of the day, you have this feeling of accomplishment. I did something good today. I impacted someone in a positive way. You are eventually ending up where you're meant to be. Once again, where we are meant to be is in alignment. Slow motion this side. Where we are meant to be is in alignment. Now, what keeps us out of alignment? Not fulfilling our dreams. What else? Being distracted. What else? Being around the wrong kinds of people who are toxic. What else? Negative self-talk. Exactly. That keeps us out of alignment. When you are in alignment, all your cells are working for you. You have a greater congruency and coherency between words, thoughts, and actions. So, if you have a feeling and you're getting more feelings of accomplishment to say, actually, I did this. I actually did something which has made a contribution to humanity in a positive way. You are eventually ending up where you're meant to be. How to recognize you'll eventually end up where you're meant to be. Good things keep flowing into your life. Good things keep appearing in your life. They are making cameo appearances. That's how to know you'll eventually end up where you are meant to be. If you keep noticing good things happening, because once again, good things are always happening. The question is, are you noticing them? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. Good things are always happening. The question is, are you noticing them? You see, happy people don't want more and more and more. They appreciate what they already have. So I started to realize I was eventually ending up where I was meant to be, inspiring millions of people, because good things were arising every single day. I get thousands of messages. Ralph, your videos have changed my life. I inspire millions. I inspire people who inspire millions, right? That's the power of infinite waters. Once you realize that, deep divers, well, you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Yeah. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in the heart of nature, just, whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy, peace. I'm in my purpose today, exactly where I'm meant to be.